Hey y'all. So I was having a private convo earlier where one of my good people sent me some questions because we were discussing a video about spiritual attacks and all that type of stuff. And then we went a little deeper into spirituality. I'm not going to post all of their questions, but I'm going to share some of my responses with you guys. Okay, well, number one, how do you know if you're being spiritually attacked? First of all, you gotta assess the situation. Take me for instance earlier. The energy. I know when I'm being attacked because of the energy. I listen to my intuition. I know when something is off. I just know. But if you don't know and you feel like you are, everybody can feel like the negative energy, right? At least in some shape, form, or fashion. So before you think everything is a spiritual attack, though, because a lot of people just like negativity. Before you think everything is a spiritual attack, you have to sit in what's happening and you observe. You learn a lot when you observe. You observe and you say, okay, today has been a day. This has happened. The things that have happened, are they out of the ordinary? Are they out of the blue? Do they seem suspicious at all? Or do they just seem like you're dealing with somebody who acts the way that they act? You meditate. Meditation answers all questions except the question of what's going on with me in 6 days. You ground and you meditate, because when you ground and you meditate, honestly, when you really ground and you really meditate and you just clear your mind and allow it to come to you, you will damn near see who sent what and why. So it gives check-off lists. When I feel like I'm being attacked, it gives check-off lists. Who have been acting funny? Who have been distant? Who do I feel like has been watching me? Who looking for me? Who ain't looking for me? But I go into meditation. I don't do it so much now because there's really no excuse why I don't do it so much now. I think once you get into a habit of things, you kind of just, okay, bitch, I got your ass, This dragon starts dragoning, or there's an opportunity for a dragon to dragon, you don't really question many things other than, where am I sitting this? You ask your team, because sometimes people mistake spiritual attacks for lessons. Sometimes you're not being attacked, you're not being picked on. It's something that's happening to get your attention, because that's an area that you need to pay attention to and you need to take care of, you need to tap in on, you need to go deeper on. So talking to your team is really going to tell you. When I first started, and around the first time I had a spiritual attack, and we know how I reacted to several of them, but first thing I would do, tap in. I would tap in, I would secure my lines, and I would be like, who, what, when, where, and why? If something gives me a feeling where I'm like, let me say something. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not. When I feel like I need to start praying, not just to pray, but using prayer as fighting words, it's a spiritual attack. So you have to really, first of all, ask questions, demand answers. All right? Because I kid you not, there's so many times something has happened. My team has gotten to a point, like, throughout the years where it's like, don't let that fool know. Somebody erase that before she can even feel it, because if she feel it, she coming. You know what I'm saying? Demand them answers, because sometimes it's something that's not even big enough for you to really respond to or react to. It's already taken care of. But if you like me, nah. If you like me, nah. Because I wasn't bothering you. And now you coming for me because you mad. No. Anyway, I want to be at the meet. Put me at the table. I need to know who, what, when, where, why. Shoot, man, dog. You find out the most when you do the things that I just said. Did that help you with number one? Number two, how do you learn about these things? Do you have to go through them first? Okay, I think that's number three. Well, it can go together. There's a certain time in your walk when you have to learn about spiritual attacks. Spiritual warfare has always been a thing from start to finish, from beginning to end. There's always going to be something that's not working, that's working against you and not for you, especially when you are chosen. Now, you may become more aware of these situations once you awaken, once you really allow your chakras to tap in and listen to not only your spirit, your soul, your mind, your body. All these things need to be clear. They need to have some type of balance, because when they are not in balance, you will not get a grasp or an understanding on anything that's happening around you. You will become a part of the matrix, and you will be in the army of those who are simply existing and not fully living. You know, the zombified humans, the ones who just go about like, I'm not even going to rant on that, but you will become one of those, okay? Because you're not paying attention. This is why you always have to pay attention to signs. You always have to pay attention to the way that you feel. If you're feeling a way, you're feeling that way for a reason. If you think of something, you thought of that something, whatever that is, for a reason. So you access everything. You look over everything. You sit with everything. That's not saying that you have to sit with it for hours and hours and hours. But if it comes to you and it makes you go, if it makes you do the eyebrow, if it makes you do the twisted lip, if it makes you stop in your tracks, if it makes you double take, if it just gives you an uneasy feeling for a split second, tap in, because that is something. And you need to know what that something is. You need to be aware of that something. With anything, you're not going to know much if you don't apply yourself. If you are not presenting yourself in a way of wanting to know more about spirituality, you're not going to discover it. Like, you need to seek and ye shall find. If you are, so me for instance, in the beginning, when I was just being push, I wanted to know about the unknown, but I didn't want to know about the unknown. I wanted to know about stuff, but I didn't want to know about stuff because I don't know what that looks like, right? How deep is it? How deep am I going here? No, dig deep, dig deeper. If you are a surface level spiritualist, you are basically teeter-tottering, if you will. Like, you are just, okay, you're chosen, but you're not applying it. You're not really stepping into who you really are. Who you really are. You're not really trying to figure out what it is that you possess and how to really come into yourself, your higher power, your higher beings. Angels, gods, spirit guides, ancestors, they are always with you. Some people may have those who push them to the front line, and then you have other ones who they are always going to watch over you and protect you and keep you safe, but they are not going to force you, because you have to want to know. You have to call them. You have to. It's nothing that you can play with. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in it, you're in it. It's no, I'm just gonna call you when I want you, or when I want to know something that's beneficial to me. Like, you need to know the stuff that, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the uglier. You need to know these things. You need to tap in. You need to do shadow work. You need to sit with yourself. You need to do guided meditations. You need to journal. You need to heal. You need to explore things that you may have questioned before. You need to do inner child healing. You need to do it all. But above anything else, you need to know who your team is. You need to know where you lie on the path of spirituality. Where are you, and where are you meant to go? You need to know these things. And the best way that you can figure these things out is by seeking. And you will know when it's right, because it'll resonate. And you will know, ask questions. What am I supposed to be doing? What do I do next? How long? Who do I supposed to be? Do I supposed to be doing this? Do I supposed to be tapping into this side of spirituality? Am I not there yet? Is this for my higher self? Is this for my highest good? Is this for my highest timeline? Is this going to hinder me in any type of way? Ask them. Ignore me. Not ignore. Annoy the shit out of them. Ask them all that. But you really won't be annoying them, because you're showing that you are ready and willing to take the necessary steps for you to become who you are meant to be. See, you assess things more on a psychological level. Like, you assess, like, psychology and the physical. You need to begin to assess spiritually. And when I say that, I mean crossover. Yeah, certain things can track to certain times. Yeah, you can't be like, I don't feel good because I ate that such and such and it wasn't good for me, or I don't feel good because I haven't got enough rest. I just feel tired or drained, or I just feel like I didn't sleep well and all that. No. That's all fine and dandy. Now apply that spiritually. If you want to make everything spiritual, I will, you know me, I will search, why is my ear hurting spiritually? What's the diagnosis? Question it all on a spiritual level. Become more with your people. Become more of, you have to show your readiness. You have to show your readiness in a place where it's like, they know that you're ready, they know that you're prepared, they know that you're willing, but you can't always wait for them to come and just tell you something. You know what I mean? You can't always think, well, if it's something I'm supposed to know, they'll tell me. If it's something I'm supposed to do, they'll tell me. No, you got to look for it. You got to ask. You got to push it.
So just because what you think you supposed to be doing or should be doing, or where you think you should be and you're not there right now, that doesn't mean that there's nothing for you to do.
Nope. It's just that you're not ready for that part right now. So then you go back and say, well, what's something new that I can learn? What's something new that I do need to work on more? What's something new that I need to practice in more? That's it. You just talk like that and you come to a common ground. Give me 3 things that I can, where does my focus need to be and how do I need to do that? And then sometimes they'll tell you something that you feel like have nothing to do with spirituality. Self-care, for instance, because let me tell you, that was such a struggle for me. It was such a struggle because it was something that I didn't even think about. I'm thinking higher. I'm thinking bigger. I'm not, and I'm downplaying it. I'm downplaying the effect and how I'm being told to do these things for my highest good and my greater self and purpose. I'm like, why am I wasting time painting my nails when I can be practicing how to levitate? What are we doing? Why am I doing this? It all works. It all works together for your good. But you have to just dedicate whatever they tell you. Do it. Like, put your all into it when you do it. Go all out when you do it. And then, because it's going to be more. You're going to keep moving. But once you surrender, once you just be like, all right. If I ain't doing this, then what am I doing? If I ain't doing this, then what am I doing right now? That's why I fuss so much. But don't fuss so much at this moment in time. Because I got so used to doing, moving. So they like, sit down. And I'm like, can I stand up here? How much rest do I need? I know. I shouldn't have asked that. But again, once you get used to gaining momentum and learning more, growing more, you want to keep going. You have to show that you want it. And it's not saying that you don't talk to them, but ask them about them. Start with that. Tell me more about y'all. Let me know more about y'all. Why are you my guy? Why are you my person? Why? You know what I mean? Like, it's really no wrong way. It's just there's a better way. Yeah. So anytime you get to know, don't do this. Do like me. What can I do? Yeah, Lee. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. What you want me to do? The sad feeling is valid, but you ain't got to explore it. You don't have to explore it because you just said what it was. You feel like you're holding yourself back unintentionally. Now what you gonna do with it? Now what you gonna do with it? Now you be like, all right, I feel like I'm lacking. I feel like I'm slacking. Do you want me to be your person and I'm lacking and slacking, or do you want to? You want to help me? Which they gonna help you regardless. But you know what I'm saying? Give me something. Give me something to fill this void that I'm feeling. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? What is it? Even if it's just in that moment. Give me something. What would Taniqua do? What did I used to do? When I be like, all right, I'm bored. I start digging for ish. Then it's like, no. How did you even come across this? You weren't even supposed to get here yet. I know. I wanted to know more. So I took it upon myself to look for stuff. And I was just waiting on y'all to come back so I can ask you about it. Don't cry. Don't you cry. Y'all should cry. But you know what? The fact that you feel that shows that you care. Come on, break through. That shows that you care. Now talk to him. Oh my God. I can't. That's not saying that you still can't express yourself to me because I've had all those feelings before. Listen, I used to be mad because I'm like, this person doing this, this person doing this, this person doing that. Why am I just sitting here? You holding me up, spirit? You holding me up? How you gonna tell them that they holding you up? Girl, I don't know, but I done did it. I've done it several times before. And you never know. It may be like it is momentarily, but okay, so you may talk to them, right? You may go ground, you may talk to them, and then you find out that it is the way it is momentarily because you're not in a place physically to really catapult, right, within your journey, right? So you can just be like, okay, I understand it. What is it that I can do where I am now to where I don't feel sad, I don't feel like I'm being held back, and I don't have to be mad because I feel like I am lacking? That's it. I know that you're talking to them right now. Remember when you said you rush your reads, so you've been slowing down lately? Apply that to this too. Apply that to when you meditate. Apply that to when you're doing anything. Slow down. Slow down. I just want to get to know you. Slow down. Slow down. Because you may get certain responses right now, and then it can be 2 days later and you get a book worth of downloads. You know what I'm saying? Don't close. Oh, there's another one. Don't close the connection of your questions. Leave them open so it gives you more and more time to put stuff together. Leave it open. Leave it open. If you want to ask them today, what do I supposed to be doing? What can I learn now? And let's say they don't answer you right now. So you be like, now you mad. So you're like, screw it. I asked, they ain't answer. I got aggravated. I went to sleep. I start making something. Leave it open. Because it may be 3 days later where they was like, yeah, we were out fighting people for you, but do you... So she don't want to know no more? Or did she leave that open for us to answer it? Or did she shut it down? Because when you shut something down, they ain't going to force you to do it. Like, make no mistake. As much as our folks make no mistake, they don't be paying me no attention. And I had to learn that the hard way. And like, listen, we really don't need you. You need us, okay? So you want to know about this tower moment that's coming, or you want to sit here and act like we owe you something? They check their ego real quick. I tell anybody when they say something about me and my team or how me and my team is, baby, this took work. This ain't always been like this, okay? Baby, in the beginning, it was given that some Mason won't be saying, I see who you are my enemy. Oh, these people don't like me, don't love me, they're against me. They just here to torment my life. I don't know what I done did, Lord, but you know what I mean? Now, they put up with my shenanigans more because of the relationship that we have. But even now, they will still put me in my place when needed. I don't like it. Like when they put me in time all that time, girl, I can't believe they did that to me today. I couldn't believe they did such a thing to me. I was like, yeah, I was really shocked about that. I'm still really not over it, but it was necessary. And it's just like, your kids, you love them, you play with them, you hang out with them. They are your mini needs, right? Many versions of you, many aspects of you. But then every now and then you have to remind them of who you are, like that type of stuff. No, energetically and spiritually, leave it open. If you're not getting anything, just be like, okay, I'm not getting anything right now. I'm going to circle back to this. Or you may not even have to circle back, so you may end up doing something later, and then all of a sudden you just start getting downloads. You're like, wait, what? Wait. Oh, this is... Wait, let me write it down. Hold on. The fax machine is faxing, baby. And you got to write it all down. Or you got to catch it or make a note of it. Or something like that. A physical plane thing. See, you and this equal give and take. And I understand what you're saying, but that's a physical thing. That's a physical plane thing. You got to think about just how big this is, how big this goes, how much they do. Technically, I don't get them no type of slack. I don't care how much you've been slaving and working for me. What you mean? It's like the Do You Miss Me comment the other day. We see you all day, every day. We see you at some point every day. Don't matter. Do I talk to you all day, every day? Do you be around me all day, every day like you used to? No, you don't. So, hey, you gotta, it's still like a give and take, but you have to be more open. They spoiled. They are... Yeah, I said it. I know she did. Yeah, they are spoiled. They are spoiled, and to know them is to love them. To know them is to love them. And you got to get out of the mindset of getting on their nerves or them not wanting to be bothered with you, because To know them is to love them. To know them is to love them. And you got to get out of the mindset of getting on their nerves or them not wanting to be bothered with you, because that's the last thing that it is. Like, they want everything to do with you. I used to get in trouble so bad about that, because I was like, I know I'm probably getting on their nerves. That used to aggravate them so bad, but yeah. Now I say it, but I say it in a different aspect. I'm like, I'm coming to get on your nerves. Yeah, I don't want nothing but to get on your nerves. Yeah, you can only apply so much physical to the spiritual world as far as anything, as far as like the way things work, the partnerships in a sense. Like, you can, because it's like this ish down here is not even real, you know what I mean? Like, and you are learning that what you maybe used to hear is a totally different thing when you're dealing with them. But what you deal with when you're dealing with them is the real deal, and it's going to come a time where it all makes sense and you understand why it's like it is right now. You know, because it's still like breaking the way of the world, and it's like breaking the way of the world and the way people operate, and moving more so on deeper into spirituality and the way your guides and your people operate, and learning them. It's like removing this over here and learning that over there. You're living here, but you're existing here, but you're living over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you here because you basically got to be here to do whatever you're supposed to be doing, but your life is everything spiritual. Like, all things spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing physical about me but my body. I don't care about this stuff. Because when you think about the way of the world, when you think about partnerships, when you think about relationships, there is some type of give and take, that there is some type of expectation of a person and what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to be treated and how you're supposed to feel. Like, for instance, if it's you and somebody else and they did this, you'd be like, okay, well, they don't want nothing to do with me, because that's normally what that gives over here. You know, they don't want nothing to do with me. I'm getting on their nerves. I'm wasting my time. Move on to the next. Over there is totally different. They want you to ask questions. They want you to be invested. They want you to push your limits. They want the absolute best for you. But it's like, God, they ain't gonna always answer when you want it, and you just have to give it time. You have to give it time to grow. You have to give it time to unfold. And if you are patient, I can't believe I'm saying this. If you are patient and you just remain dedicated, and you operate in what you have currently. You appreciate the things you can do currently. Yeah, you want to do this. You want to be able to do this. You want to grow more. You can experience more things. You can research more things. You can, form questions about newer things. But it's until you are able to handle what you currently do, you got to do this first. So you got to finish this before you can do something else. And when I say finishing, you don't even finish it all the time, but you got to come to a part where you appreciate that. You appreciate this. You see the beauty in this part of you. You see the beauty in how you really took the time out to love yourself and do what you had to do to love yourself. And before it looked like that is boring, teach me how to fly. Teach me telekinesis. How can I tap into that? No, like, it's a foundation. You got to appreciate every aspect of your journey. Everything will unfold as it should, but you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to give whatever it is you're doing your all. You have to give yourself grace. You have to be appreciative of you and the fact that you are the one that's doing the work, and you are still choosing to do the work, and you are still willing to do the work to grow into your highest, your highest form. Word. Oh my God. You have to, even when it's not how you want it to be, even when it's not as grand, it don't look that perfect or that pleasing or that amusing when you think about what you're currently doing as far as a spiritualist goes. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, because of something that you're doing at this very moment is going to be something that's going to spark somebody else and bring somebody else into who they're supposed to be. Oh, that's a word. Oh my God. Daniel in the lion's den. He wasn't supposed to be praying. He did it anyway. How many days? How long did they wait for them lions to destroy this man? When you do what you're supposed to do, when you remain disciplined in what it is that you're doing, and even when you are unsure but you have that unwavering faith and you believe in higher powers, it all works out. I mean, Moses wandered in the wilderness, in the desert, with more people that he went and rescued, so to speak. For how many days? With no answers. And we be tripping about, you know what I'm saying? See where I'm going with this? Woo.
So, in everything that you do, appreciate who you are, appreciate where you've come, appreciate where you're going. Give yourself grace, love yourself, ask questions, tap in, meditate, surrender to the divine, because you will go far. It may not make sense to you right now, but in due time, okay? Be safe.